have to do is create an instrument track, and this instrument track is where you're going to store the MIDI data that you want to use to trigger Nectar. So I've just called this harmonies. Then what you do is you actually have to load up Nectar 3 on the instrument insert for this. So in Logic, you just go down to AU MIDI controlled effects, iZotope, and then choose Nectar 3. So Nectar 3 loaded as an instrument is what you're seeing right here. Now, keep in mind, in the previous video, we did load Nectar directly on the audio track on the main vocal. But what I've done is I've gone back and I've bypassed the harmony module on that track. In fact, I can go ahead and delete it. I don't even need it here. The MIDI input and audio output will actually happen on the instrument track that I created, not the audio track that contains the lead vocal. So I know that's a little tricky to understand, but that's just the way this works. Then up in the upper right corner of the plugin, it says sidechain. And you can choose the lead vocal or whatever audio track you want to affect as the sidechain source. So for me, this is the Vox lead track, which is the same lead vocal track we've been working with for the last couple videos. So now what I can do is just make sure that my MIDI enable button is turned on, and any MIDI signal I send through this track will trigger harmonies. So you can do things like this, where I've got a sort of note by note, word for word harmony arrangement of the vocals.
After this, you'll walk this road. You'll walk this road alone.
And right now I have the harmonies soloed, so I'll uncheck this to hear the lead vocal along with this.
After this, you'll walk this road. You'll walk this road alone.
Or you can try something like this, where you're not necessarily harmonizing each individual word, you're more or less just supplying a chord that matches the chord of the song at any point in time.
After this, you'll walk this road. You'll walk this road alone.
This also automatically alternates the pan of each harmony that's created. So that's a quick tutorial for using the MIDI control feature in the harmony module in Nectar 3. It's a bit tricky to use, and the setup for it is different for every DAW, but you can really go crazy with your harmonies with this by typing or playing them in with MIDI.